We welcome you to Will and Watkins Baseball Complex here in Montgomery, Alabama. This is SWAC Sunday Baseball on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. This afternoon, the matchup is an in-state rivalry as Alabama A&M takes on Alabama State. One is looking for the sweep of the in-state rivals. Hello, everyone. I'm Kamari Darrington, ready for this matchup as Alabama State looks to complete the sweep and looking for its 11th straight win. Alabama A&M comes in with a record of 9-17, 9-12 in conference play. Alabama State 22-17, 13-7 in conference play. On the mound for Alabama State this afternoon, Osvaldo Mendez. Mendez is a sophomore from Carolina, Puerto Rico. In 37 1/3 innings pitched this season, 2-2 with a 4.34 ERA. This is his 14th appearance, 6 starts. He is allowed 22 runs, 18 earned, 30 hits, 24 walks, and 44 strikeouts coming into today. Alabama A&M offensive lineup, leading off Trevor Berkmeyer, the shortstop, batting second, Jalen Ford, third baseman. Batting third, Jermichael Bastardo, the left fielder. Batting fourth, Teddy Bridges, the center fielder. Batting fifth, Dylan Root, the catcher. Batting sixth, Malik Frails, the right fielder. Batting seventh, Dylan Hall, the first baseman. Batting eighth, Lisa Ford, the second baseman. Batting ninth is the designated hitter, Alden Moore. With all the mothers, happy Mother's Day on this very hot Sunday afternoon here in Montgomery, Alabama. The weather app on my phone said 77 degrees, but it feels like 90 degrees. Not sure that's quite accurate, but that's what it said. It feels more like 92. Feels a lot better here inside the press box at Will Watkins Complex. So Berkmeyer will lead things off, hitting 174 with 1 home run and 16 RBIs this season. And he's getting ready to step in against Osvaldo Mendez, the left-hander. Alabama State took the first game on Friday night, 17-3. And came back on Friday night and took a 9-3 victory. And Berkmeyer with the first pitch sends it to left center field, and that's into base hit. And Berkmeyer is on board, so the first pitch he sees sends it to left center field. Some runners aboard early on for Alabama A&M. Now Jalen Ford, third baseman, batting 205 with 7 RBIs. So good start for the Bulldogs.
Number 7, Jalen Ford.
Last start for Mendez was on May 1st against Alcorn State. Allowed just 3 hits, struck out 5, not allowed a run. Throw back to first, bounces in. Berkmeyer safe at first base. Berkmeyer 8 for 8 on stolen bases this season. Jermichael Bastardo is on deck for Alabama A&M. First pitch to Ford is upstairs for ball 1. Alabama A&M coach for Elliott Jones, his first season with the Bulldogs, 9-17. Former assistant at Grambling. Go back to first is 9 in time. Also played and coached at Southern. That's first season with the Bulldogs. They're in third place right now in the SWAC East. Outside 2-0. Jackson State holds the lead, 23-0, 30-8 in conference play. Alabama State solid in second, 13-7, 22-17. 2-0 is on the corner for a strike, 2-1. to Ford. Brockmeyer still at first base. And there's a set. And it goes back to first again, and another one that bounces towards Lewis at first. Alabama State defense out in left field, Jabronsky Williams. A.J. Gardner's in center. Trent Jamerson's out in right. Dylan Espinal is at third. Christopher de Guzman is at short. Jaden Sloan is at second. Chris Lewis is at first. Behind the plate is Santiago Garcia. That says off the mound is ready to go again. Ford is still in the box. 2-1 is the count. Brockmeyer at first. And this is 2-1. Swung on this. It's 2-2. Alabama State, coached by Jose Vasquez, his 5th season with the Hornets. Now 112-77. Now he throws back to first again. Brockmeyer with the single on the very first pitch of the game. Now Jalen Ford facing a 2-2 count from Mendez. Swung on and missed, and a strikeout for Mendez, his first of the game. Bastardo is hitting .229 with a home run and 14 RBIs on the season. That's in with 1 out and a run on first.
Left field, number 21, Johnny McCall strong.
Teddy Bridges is on deck now for the Bulldogs. It's fouled straight back. 0-1 to Bastardo. Freshman out of Fort Myers, Florida. And does again to first. Myers is not taking huge leads off first base, but Mendez has thrown over to first about 5 or 6 times since he's been on base. One is inside and low, ball on the strike. $17 runs by Alabama State on Friday was a season high. The big week for the Hornets. They went to North Alabama and won on Wednesday, 7-6. Right back up the middle. There's another base hit. So Bastardo is aboard. Brockmeyer goes to second. So another single for the Bulldogs. And now Teddy Bridges has a chance for an RBI. If the team's leading hitter at .312. Leads the team with 2 home runs. Has 14 RBIs.
Center fielder, number 2, Teddy Bridges.
And them coming into today's game, 5 straight losses. They were swept by Jackson State last weekend. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Top of the first here for Alabama A&M. Both runners go, and Bridges fights it off towards their first base side. Lewis flips it to Mendez at first, and Bridges is safe. The bases are loaded.
Now batting for Alabama A&M.
Now Root.
Number 25, Dylan Root.
Root's hitting 198, so a chance for Alabama A&M to get on the scoreboard first. as it did yesterday, scoring 3 runs in the first inning. Alabama State was able to match that in the bottom of the first yesterday. One over to Roop, 1 out, bases loaded. Brookmeyer at third, Bastardo at second, and Bridges at first after his infield single. Mendez fires to the plate, and that one is chopped in front of the plate. Mendez flips it home. There's 1 out. So they get the lead runner. It's out number 2. Starter goes to third. Bridges goes to second. Roop is aboard on the fielder's choice. And now Malik Frails, the right fielder for Alabama A&M, steps in. Freshman from Harlem, Georgia, hitting .206 with 1 home run and 7 RBIs. Bases loaded, 2 out for Alabama A&M. And this goes outside on first offering to Frails. One 0. Downstairs 2-0. Dylan Hall on deck for Alabama A&M. I want to right field. There's a base hit. Starter will score. Rounding third is Bridges. He comes in. He will score. And Roop trying to go to third. He's thrown out. So 2-run score for Alabama A&M on the single by Frails. That will end the inning.
Halfway through the first.
So 2 runs on 4 hits in that first inning for Alabama A&M.
No error.
Become a listening partner by visiting the website, www.obnradio.com. Click on the donation button and become a partner today. Open Mic Broadcast Network, serving the community through faith and athletics since 2002, the voice of student athletics. Alabama State, as it did yesterday, will have to come back from an early deficit. We'll have to do so against Alabama A&M's pitcher Otis Smith. His second start of the season. He's 0-1 with a 13.8 ERA. He's allowed 23 runs on 26 hits with 7 walks and 8 strikeouts in 15 innings. Batters are hitting .406 off of him. He has allowed a home run this season. Goes up against this lineup. Jabronsky Williams, left fielder, will lead off. Batting second, Jordan Jamerson, the right fielder. Batting third, Christopher Guzman, the shortstop. Santiago Garcia, the catcher, bats fourth. Batting fifth is the designated hitter, Hunter May. Batting sixth, Chris Lewis, the first baseman. Batting seventh, A.J. Gardner, the center fielder. Batting eighth, Dylan Espinal, the third baseman. And batting ninth, Jaden Sloan, second baseman. So Bergmeyer hits the first pitch he sees into left center field. Stardo Bridges with back-to-back singles. Fielder's choice by Roop. Keeps the run off the board, but Frails with his 2-run single gives Alabama A&M a 2-0 lead as we are now in the bottom of the first inning.
Leading off for Alabama State.
Jabronsky Williams leads off,
Number 1.
hitting .324 with 4 home runs and 27 RBIs. He's a junior from Troy, Alabama. And Williams with the first pitch he sees sends it to left center field. So Williams with the single start off for Alabama State. So neither leadoff hitter wasting time. Jump right on the first pitch, and now Trenton Jameson will step in. Team leader in batting average and RBIs, 388 average. Does have 8 home runs, 43 RBIs. So Williams on first. And Jameson takes a strike. Williams, the team leader in stolen bases with 10. 14 attempts. Here's the 0-1 to Jameson. Jameson hits this in the air to right field. And Frails is over there, and that's going to be foul. Alabama A&M defense. Pissarro's out in left field. Teddy Bridges in center. Lee Frails out in right. Jalen Ford is at third. Berkemeyer at shortstop. Tyson Ford is at second. Dylan Hall at first. And Dylan Roop is the catcher. That's fouled off. Still 0-2. One upstairs, 1-2. Guzman's on deck. 1-2's inside, 2-2. Smith working quickly here. Jameson down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Williams rounding second. He's headed for third. He will make it there. He'll be stopped there. And then a double for Trenton Jameson as he goes to second. And Alabama State has runners in scoring position with nobody out. Williams hitting 371 with 2 home runs and 29 RBIs. That's in against Smith. Runners on first and second and third with nobody out. A single by Williams and a double by Jameson start off for the Hornets. They're batting from the left side. So Smith in some early trouble. It was Mendez for Alabama State in the first. That's when he was fouled off by the Guzman. Garcia, the team leader in home runs at 9, is on deck for Alabama State. Here's the 0-1. Guzman lists this one left side to start with a long run over there. About to shift it to the right in the outfield. Just not enough time for the starter to get over there. On to the count of the Guzman. And tries to slice this one to left field. The startle is there. And it goes over his head. He can't make the catch. Williams will score easily. Jameson is sent around third. He will come in to score. The Guzman goes to second. And the game is tied at 2. So they're on the left fielder, and Garcia will step in. 313 average, 9 home runs, 40 RBIs for Garcia. Home runs unearned. Guzman does get an RBI. Big lead off second. This one to right center field. And it's caught by Frails. Guzman going for third, and he will make it there with 1 out. Now, Underband designated hitter. He's hitting 348, 3 home runs, 22 RBIs. The state of the team hitting 309 on the season. He takes a strike. Guzman at third, 1 out. Bottom of the first, Alabama State has tied it up at 2. 2-run scoring on the error by Bastardo out in left field. One. Downstairs, 2-1. Chris Lewis on deck. And he takes inside, but it's on the corner, 2-2. Final conference game of the season for Alabama State. We got a pair of non-conference matchups this week, coming up this week. Sioux bounces home. They'll play Troy on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday they'll be at Jacksonville State. Strike baseball tournament begins a week from Wednesday. Here's the 3-2. Outside corner, and Hunter May walks. The runners at the corners with 1 out. First baseman steps in now. Lewis hitting .258 with 2 home runs and 29 RBIs. Guzman still at third. Now May at first. This takes outside for ball 1. Quick throw to first. May gets back in time. Alabama A&M, it's a team ERA of 10.48. That one gets away from Roop, and coming in to score is the Guzman. There goes to second on the wild pitch. Alabama State takes a 3-2 lead on Alabama A&M with 1 out in the bottom of the first. Is downstairs 3-0. Roop again. Able to knock it down, but temporarily lost it. And Jay Gardner at the center fielder on deck. 3-0 to Lewis. Outside, ball 4 on the walk for Smith. Now A.J. Gardner, the center fielder, batting .310 with 5 home runs and 27 RBIs on the season. Runners on first and second, still 1 out. 3 runs on 2 hits and an error so far. And that one chopped through the left side for a base hit. Rounding third is May. He will come in to score. Lewis stops at second. RBI single for Gardner, and it's 4-2. Alabama State on top.
Now batting for Alabama State. The third baseman, number 3, Dylan Espinal.
Dylan Espinal to the plate now. The third baseman hitting .307. That's 10 RBIs, and we'll go with 1 and 1 out. Espinal bounces off on the left field side. The ball's in the strike. Four runs in for Alabama State. Now one to right field, and that's going to be foul. It's 0-2. Jaden Sloan on deck. Sloan, the number 8 hitter in the lineup for Alabama State. Lead 4-2 on Alabama A&M in the first. 0-2, right back up the middle. That's a base hit. Lewis rounds third. He will come to score. Another hit for Alabama State. At number 4, and it's 5-2.
Now batting for Alabama State, the second baseman, number 9, Jaden Sloan.
The entire ASU batting lineup has now reached the plate. Jaden Sloan, second baseman. Freshman from right here in Montgomery. Hitting .280 with 17 RBIs on the season. And now comes up with 2 on and 1 out. Chancellor takes ball 1. Gardner at second. Espinal at first. Issue of 5-2 on Alabama A&M. And this one in the air to left center field. Went back towards the wall. It is gone! Jaden Sloan, his first home run of the season. A 3-run homer to left center field. And it's 8-2, Alabama State here in the first. RBIs 18, 19, and 20 on the season, and a big first inning for the Alabama State Hornets here on this Mother's Day Sunday.
Alabama for Alabama State. Number 1,
Williams now to the plate. Williams at the first pitch he saw in the left center field. So all the runs that have scored, except for the Guzman, have been earned runs. And this one is popped up on the left side, and finally an out. As the shortstop Berkmeyer makes the catch.
Now batting for Alabama State, 25.
Williams started with a single. Jameson backed him up with a double. The Guzman with an error. Reached on an error by the left fielder. Williams and Jameson both scored. And Jameson swung at the first pitch, 1-1. Here's the 0-1. Upstairs 1-1. Smith not wasting any time now. 2 outs and base is finally empty. Inside 2-1. So 8 runs off 5 hits. It's fouled off. Count now 2-2. Jameson in right field. Frail is there to make the catch to finally retire the side. 8 runs on 5 hits with an error. No one left on base. At the end of 1, Alabama State is up 8-2 on Alabama A&M. You're listening to SWAC Sunday Baseball on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. The Open Mic Broadcast Network would like to thank its sponsors, Temple of Refuge Ministries, located in Prairie View, Texas. Service times at 10 a.m. On Sundays, you can listen to it live by dialing 857-777-0000 and Diva Skin Conditioner. Call them at 903-270-0026 or on the website at divafeet.com. Alabama State scores 8 runs on 5 hits with an error, leaving no one on base. A single by Williams, a double by Jameson. Guzman reached on an error by the left fielder, scoring both Williams and Jameson. Guzman gets credit for 1 RBI. Garcia then flat out to right. May and Lewis walked. Gardner and Espinal with back-to-back RBI singles, and then the big 3-run home run by Jaden Sloan put an end to the first inning. And Alabama State on probably the hottest team in the SWAC right now. Of course, we got Jackson State undefeated in conference play, but Alabama State, especially at the plate, has been lighting it up. 17 runs on Friday night, and on their way to another big performance this afternoon.
Leading off for Alabama A&M. First base.
Dylan Hall will lead off. Dylan Hall will lead off for Alabama A&M in inning number 2. Freshman from Elkmont, Alabama. He's 196 with 9 RBIs on the season. Inside for ball 1. That's how the second inning begins for Osvaldo Mendez. Mendez gave up 2 runs in that first inning. One miss on the strike to Hall. That's Ford is on deck for the Bulldogs. This is the 1-1. That one's good. 4 strike, 1-2. Probably followed by Ford and then Alden Moore. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for A&M. And the 1-2. Swung on, miss. And the second strikeout for Mendez. Now for the second baseman. Batting 182 with 2 RBIs.
Now batting for Alabama A&M.
One out on the top of the second.
Number 4. Easton Ford.
Swung on and miss. 0-1. Elsewhere the SWAC today, Jackson State already had 1-0 on Mississippi Valley State. That's in the top of the third. Texas Southern playing Southern today. 1-2 now the count to Ford. Upstairs 1-2. One, 2 is there for a strike. Back-to-back strikeouts for Mendez. He's got 3 on the afternoon. And now Alden Moore, the designated hitter, will step in with 2 outs here on the top of the second.
Now batting for Alabama A&M. This is designated hitter. 14. Alden Moore.
Only for a strike. 0-1. Go for Alabama State. So Guzman, Garcia, and May, 3, 4, and 5 for the Hornets. One is outside. Ball on the strike. Some more. Alabama State up 8-2. So outs here on the top of the second for Alabama A&M. Oh, good. For a strike, 1-2. Poke foul by Moore. Still 1-2. One, 2 upstairs, 2-2. Win streak started for Alabama State on April 13th. A 7-6 win in 10 innings against Florida A&M. Swept Grambling. Swept Alcorn State. Beat North Alabama. In the first 2 games of this series. Now the 2-2 to Moore. Swung on and missed. There's another strikeout. And Smith strikes him. Oh, Mendez strikes out the side in the top of the second. Alabama State with an 8-2 lead now as we go to the bottom of the second. You're listening to SWAC Sunday Baseball on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Serving the community through faith and athletics since 2002. Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. Again, we listener-supported service. Any donation is greatly appreciated.
What number is that? Anybody know? 28?
A new pitcher for Alabama A&M. Tell you all about him in just a second. Michael Hubbard-Mill, senior from Poughkeepsie, New York. 2-4 with a 15.55 ERA. 22 innings pitched. He's allowed 38 hits, 40 runs, 20 strikeouts, and 16 walks. So Hubbard-Mill comes in after Smith with a very rough first inning. He only lasted an inning. Those 33 pitches. It was 8 runs on 5 hits, 7 earned, and a pair of walks. He was able to get out of that first inning. It was Otis Smith. And Hubbard-Mill will take over. The Guzman, Garcia, and May, 3, 4, and 5 are due up for Alabama State as they lead their in-state rivals, trying to get their sweep and their 11th straight win, heading into a pair of non-conference matchups this week. They're at Troy on Tuesday, and then they'll take on Jacksonville State on the road on Wednesday before headed to Madison, Alabama for the SWAC baseball tournament. Guzman leads on. Restart an error, picked up an RBI. RBI number 30 on the season for him. This one starts, and Hubbard-Mill starts the second inning with a strike to Guzman. Missed the target, ball on a strike. So Hubbard-Mill in for Smith. Just trying to get outs. 2-1 now, the count to the Guzman. Garcia is on deck. The Guzman to center field. Bridges is there in front of it and makes the catch for the first out. Now Garcia's 9th inning home run was the difference in Alabama State's win on Wednesday against North Alabama. So the home run in the 9th inning. Alabama State went on the road to defeat the Lions. On bounces home. All one to Garcia. Hunter May on deck. See if I was straight back. See a flat out to right his first time up. That one bounces away from Root. And it's 2-1. It's the season finale for Alabama A&M. Three and 1 down to Garcia. They had a 7-game win streak before they lost to Jackson. Got swept by Jackson State. That's a strike to Garcia. And the game was full in 3 and 2. Garcia to left field and deep. And the left fielder is not going to do anything but watch it fly over the fence. Another home run for the Hornets. 6 hits for Alabama State, and it's 9-2. Garcia now with his 10th home run of the season. James Sloan with a 3-run home run in the first, and now a solo home run by Garcia in the second. Now Hunter May. Hunter May walked his first time up. You want to know the Hunter May? He's a sophomore from Slidell, Louisiana. Fouled back, 2-1. Garcia with home run number 10 and RBI number 41 of the season. Bounces home, 3-1. Huberman, the new pitcher for Alabama A&M. Started the inning with a fly out to center field by the Guzman. And that one's outside for ball 4. The home run and a walk. May has walked twice. And now Lewis also walked. Will step up for the Hornets. That lead 9-2 on Alabama A&M with one out here in the bottom of the second. A.J. Gardner now on deck for Alabama State. And Lewis takes inside for ball 1. And there to center. This one will stay in the park. And Bridges dives for it, but he can't come up with it. And May will end in the second. Lewis and May got tied up there. Lewis didn't know if he was going to end up dropping that ball. So will be a single for Lewis. And May will go to second. 7th hit for Alabama State. Now Gardner hit RBI single in the first inning. Comes up with 2 on and 1 out. And Alabama State already able to run in on Garcia's home run to left field. On the outside corner for ball 1. Gardner fouls it off. It's 1-1. Seven of the 9 batters for Alabama State have a hit. Gardner swings and misses. Everyone has reached base safely. Huge start at the plate for Alabama State this afternoon. On to the Gardner. Swung on and missed. And Havermill has a strikeout for the first time. Espinal will come up to the plate now. RBI single. Adam running in the first. So out from the second. Spin all inside for ball one. Top of the order is due up for Alabama A&M in the third. Berkemeyer, Jalen Ford, and Bastardo. He's taking a hefty lead off first base, and Heavy Mills step off. Call for time. The 1-0. Swinall fouls it off, 1-1. Alabama State 22 wins overall. Quite a groove here lately. Espinal to right side, base hit. May rounds third, he'll come to the score. Lewis goes to third, and Alabama State leads it 10-2.
Now batting for Alabama State, number 9, Jaden Sloan.
Jaden Sloan had a big 3-run home run to cap off the scoring in the bottom of the first for Alabama State. First home run of the season for Sloan. Sloan takes inside for ball one. Lewis at third. Spinall at first. 1-0's upstairs, 2-0. Alabama State 10 runs on 8 hits. Alabama A&M 2 runs on 4 hits with an error. So after the second, Sloan takes upstairs. It's 3-0. There's a strike to Sloan. Sloan to left field. There's a base hit. Lewis scores easily. 4 RBIs now for Sloan. And that's when all goes to second. Alabama State now leads 11-2.
Alabama State, number 1, Jabronsky Williams.
Al Williams, 1 for 2. So on, 2 out. 3 runs in the second inning for Alabama State after 8 in the first. Williams to left center field. Bridges on the run again. This one will drop. Got in third is Espinal. Bridges having trouble out in the field. Sloan quickly around third. He'll score. 2 runs, 4 for Alabama State. Williams goes to second. And it's 13-2.
Now that is for Alabama State. 25 shouldn't take.
And a 2-run double for Williams. And the 10th hit for Alabama State. Had 12 hits on Friday, 11 hits yesterday, and now 10 more. They lead at 13-2. Now Jameson takes a strike. So after the second, Jameson pops it up on the left side. Ford and Berkemeyer are both there. Berkemeyer having a little trouble, but he's able to come up with it. And that will end the inning. It adds 5 to the total for Alabama State in the second inning.
At the end of
13-2, Alabama State on top of Alabama A&M. And you're listening to Black Sunday Baseball, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Would you like to be part of our broadcast team? There's no experience needed. Leave your information at area code 713-570-6736, and one of our representatives will contact you. Be part of the Open Mic Broadcast Network, serving the community through faith in athletics since 2002, the voice of student athletics. Top of the third now, Alabama State wrestling a 13-2 lead, 8 runs in the first inning, 5 more in the second. Five runs on 5 hits. As well on their way to the 11th straight win. And we'll have 2 more coming up this week before they travel to Madison for the SWAC tournament. So the Jackson State will more likely be the favorite, but the Alabama State team played lights out at the end of the season. Outfielder is due up for Alabama A&M. See if that will help put a dent in this lead, although Alabama State has dominated from the plate so far.
Number 16, Trevor Bergemeyer.
Bergemeyer lead off. Singled in the first. Seemed like an hour ago for Alabama A&M. They scored 2 runs in that first inning, but have not been able to answer Alabama State's offensive onslaught today. And there's 27 pitches coming into the inning. One over to Berkmeyer. That's again 2-0. Jalen Ford on deck for Alabama A&M. Jackson State still holding a 1-0 lead on Mississippi Valley State. That game is now in the bottom of the 4th. Delta Devils have yet to win a game this season. 0-19 overall, 0-16 in conference play. And they're struck out the side in the second inning. 3-1 now to Berkemeyer. Everyone is popped up infield. Chris Lewis calls everyone off. And he makes the catch for the first out. Jalen Ford step in now. He struck out his first time up. First out of the opening inning. On that top of the third, Mendez, after allowing the 2 runs in the first, Single settled in now. Now the 1-0. Inside 2-0. John Michael, the starter, was on deck. This one's fouled off. 2-1. Now the 2-1. I want to right field. On run for Jamison. And he slides in and makes the catch in their territory. And he's out number 2. It was a long run for Jamison. He got to it.
Now batting for Alabama A&M, number 21, Jan McCall.
So it was singled in the first inning. Nobody on with 2 out. Starter takes a strike. With Alabama State in the 3rd inning, to Guzman, Garcia, and May. Same 3 that started the 2nd. Foul off. 0-2. Now the 0-2. Upstairs 1-2. Two and 2 now. That one's upstairs. And that's trying to get out of the 3rd inning. 2 out, nobody on. Starter at the plate. Bridges on deck for the Bulldogs. Foul back. Still 2-2. A 13-2 lead. Alabama State just like to put zeros on the board and get set for a trip to Troy on Tuesday. That one bounces away, 3-2. Starter able to work an 0-2 count to a full count. Outside, appeal is denied. Starter able to get a walk. To remain down 0-2 on the count. First walk issued by Mendez.
Now batting for Alabama A&M, number 2, Teddy Bridges.
Had retired 5 in a row before that walk. Bridges now to the plate. He singled his first time up back in the 1st inning. 1 out with 2 out. Alabama A&M at the top of the 3rd. Good for a strike. 1-1. And this goes back to first, and they pick off the starter at first base. So Mendez gets out of the 3rd without a run being scored. So at the bottom of the 3rd, Alabama State leading 13-2 on Alabama A&M.
No runs.
Bridges will lead off the 3rd inning.
And that's my call.
Congratulations goes out to the Alabama State women's track and field team, winning its 11th consecutive SWAC Outdoor Track and Field Championship yesterday. Came in at the final event of 4x400 relay, and Alabama State wins 11 in a row. Adding another trophy to Richie Bean's case, now got 56 SWAC championships. Forty as a head coach. That's a lot of championships. One of the dominant programs in all of SWAC, and one of the dominant programs in the country comes to Alabama State track and field. Gravy won the men's championship. Guzman will lead off the third inning for Alabama State. For 2. Fouls this one off. That's having an RBI today. On one of the Guzman. And that one hits the Guzman. He'll go to first.
Yep.
No back in for the second inning. Garcia now to the plate. Let's see, homered in the second. Flat out to right in the first. One now to Garcia. Guzman on first. Hubman hitting a batter for the fourth time this season. Garcia again. This one popped up left side, and both the Alabama A&M players not sure where the ball is. It drops in, and Garcia's at first. There's a single for Garcia and the 11th hit for Alabama State.
Alabama 4 out of 6 or 5 punches a day.
Hunter Ray to the plate. He's walked twice and has scored twice. All those strikes now to May. So the Guzman on second. Garcia at first. May looking to add to the damage for Alabama State this afternoon. Inside for ball 2. Lewis on deck for Alabama State. Time was called, and they would step back into the box. And now we'll have a visit to the mound, Alabama A&M. So the Guzman was hit by a pitch to lead off a third. Garcia with a single. And the ball landed in left field. Berkemeyer, Bastardo, both lost it in the sun. And I'm trying to keep more runs from scoring here, but nobody out. There's 2 on. Start like this for Alabama A&M. I can see how they respond, especially the pitchers. Right down. Ones have just really turned it on here to start this matchup on the way to sweeping Alabama A&M. It's 3-0 now to May. It'll just take a strike. Alabama State took 2 of 3 from Alabama A&M in Huntsville last month. Lost the first game 10-8, but then 15-0 and 15-1. He swings and misses 3-2. And May strikes out for the first out here in the 3rd inning. Second strikeout for Havermill. And now Chris Lewis. He walked in the first. Singleton scored in the second. Comes up with 2 on and 1 out in the 3rd. Alabama State leading 13-2. And trying to add to it. Guzman at second. Garcia at first. Lewis takes a strike. A.J. Gardner on deck for Alabama State. Lewis pops it up left side. Roop trying to get over there along with Ford, and Ford drops it in foul territory. It's 0-2. Lewis now facing an 0-2. Downstairs 1-2. Jackson State with 7 runs in the 4th. Now lead 8-0 on Mississippi Valley in the bottom of the 4th. Lewis lays off 2-2. Jackson State trying to finish conference play undefeated. With the 2-2. Downstairs 3-2. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Alabama State leading 13-2. Lewis to left center field. That will go over the head of Bastardo. Guzman will round third. Will comes in towards third. RBI double for Lewis. It's now 14-2. 12th hit for Alabama State.
Now batting for Alabama State, 22, A.J. Gardner.
Oh, a single and struck out. RBI single in the 1st inning. Struck out in the 2nd. Runners on 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. And a run in for Alabama State. Only for a strike. 1-1. So 1 miss.
It doesn't become an error. It doesn't become an error until
So that drop foul ball
it
gives Ford an error. It's fouled off. 0-2. 14 runs on 12 hits.
Yeah, it doesn't become, even if you drop it, it doesn't become.
1 run on 2 hits. Gardner left side and trouble fielding to get throw to first is high. Garcia scores. Now 15-2. Another error for Alabama A&M. Second error of the inning for Alabama A&M. This one was a pair of RBI singles today. James Sloan is on deck. And is at first and third.
It's 1-1.
That was 1-1. And Gardner will go to second on the wild pitch. Cam is 2-1 now to Espinal. Espinal, this is in the air to right field. This could be trouble again for the Bulldogs. Watch out, it's caught. Willis tags up, he heads home. Another run scored for Alabama State. It's 16-2.
Now batting for Alabama State, number 9, Jaden Sloan.
Sacrifice fly for Espinal. So this is third RBI of the day. And now Jaden Sloan. He's got 4 RBIs. 3-run home run in the first, an RBI single in the second. Is swung on and fouled off 1-1 to Sloan. Williams is on deck. Alabama State once again heading to the top of the order. The 1-1. Downstairs 2-1. Alabama State 1 shy of their season high run total. That one to right center field, and that one will drop for a base hit. Goes past Bridges. Rounding third and scoring is Gardner. Sloan in the second, and it's 17-2.
Now batting for
Alabama State matches its single game total. Single game high this season in runs, matching the total from Friday night. That double for Sloan. He got a single, a double, a home run. He's a triple away from the cycle, and he's got 5 RBIs today. Now Williams at the plate. He's singled and he has doubled. 2 for 3. 0-1 as he swung and missed the first one. Williams fouls it off. It's 0-2. Bridges lead off the fourth for Alabama A&M, followed by Roop and Frails. Williams towards first, and it's picked up by Hall. He'll step on the bag, and that will retire the side. Add 4 more runs to Alabama State's total. 17 runs on 13 hits for the Hornets They lead it 17-2 on A&M going to the fourth inning.
Your score, Alabama A&M 2, Alabama State 17.
Check out our weekly broadcast schedule here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Monday through Friday, we'll have the Mike Prince Show at 10 a.m. Saturdays, we'll have Carlos Brown Show live at 10 a.m. on Saturday. And at 6 p.m. live on Sunday night, the Mike Prince Show, obnradio.com. Listen live to your broadcast programs here on Open Mic Broadcast Network. Up now for the top of the fourth. Atlanta State season high in runs. Mentioned that's old from Friday. 17 runs on 13 hits. And then 2 runs on 4 hits with 3 errors on the day. It's a rough day for Alabama State, for Alabama A&M fielding the ball. Bridges has had some diving attempts out in center field. Startle haven't had trouble out in left field. A couple of errors by Jalen Ford at third base in that third inning. Bottom of the fifth had Jackson State leading 8-0 on Mississippi Valley. 2 outs in the bottom of the fifth. Then in Jackson, Mississippi.
Leading all 4, Alabama A&M 2.
Bridges leads off the fourth. He was up when the starter was picked off first base by Mendez. And that's 43 pitches now through 3 innings. First one of Bridges is swung on and missed. 0-1. Smith threw 33 for A&M. Mills thrown 55. 1-1 now to Bridges, team's leading hitter at 312 coming into this afternoon's play. And then as a team hitting just 222. Two one now to Bridges. Dylan Roop on deck. Top of the fourth. Alabama State with a 17-2 lead on Alabama A&M. Mother's Day Sunday. Once again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers listening here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. On Sunday of the regular season, 3-1 is fouled off. It's now 3-2. Bridges to left field. Over is Williams. That will drop in front of him. And Bridges is aboard for the second time.
Now batting for Alabama A&M number 25, Dylan Roop.
Roop on the fielder's choice in the first inning. Fifth hit for Alabama A&M. And the first hit, they had 4 hits in the first. And bounces home. 1-0. Bulldogs final with a base runner. Had too many since that first inning. Just that walk by Bastardo in the first. I throw back to first. One of those to count to Root. With Frails on deck. Swung on, miss. It's 1-1. Spike baseball tournament will be at Toyota Field in Madison, Alabama. Starting a week from Wednesday. 1 bounces home again, 2-1. Garcia behind the plate today for the Hornets. That's this Mother's Day Sunday, senior day here for Alabama State. That is now 3-1. He fouls it straight back. Still 3-2. Frails on deck. Group at the plate. Runner on first. Alabama State leading 17-2. Runner goes. Swung on and missed. Thrown down to second is not in time. Bridges with the stolen base. A strikeout of Root. It's number 5 for Mendez.
Now batting for
Alabama with 13 stolen bases this season. Frails 2-run single in the first inning, and only 2 runs so far for Alabama A&M. Frails takes the pitch outside for strike 1. It is now on second. The ball's on strike to Frails. Frails swings and misses 0-2. 1 out here in the 4th. Look for Alabama State in the 4th. Jamison, De Guzman, and Garcia, 2, 3, and 4 for the Hornets. The 0-2. Outside 1 and 2. A 10-game win streak for Alabama State, 5-game losing streak for Alabama A&M. Those streaks look like they're going to continue. A&M somehow comes back in this one. Frail swings and misses. And then another strikeout from Mendez. That's a 6th. And in Alabama State, we'll have a new pitcher. Mendez with a good performance here this afternoon. 6 strikeouts. And we'll have a new pitcher for the Hornets. Hornets leading 17-2. Listen to the SWAC Sunday Baseball on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. You can listen to the game day rebroadcast of this in-state matchup on obnradio.com. Also on the YouTube page, Open Mic Broadcast Network. Britt Buckaloo, senior from Opp, will take over for Mendez. Fifteenth appearance for Buckaloo. They've all been in relief. 2-1 with a 5.28 ERA. Has allowed 21 runs, 17 earned, 34 hits, 5 walks and 32 strikeouts in 29 innings. He's hit 11 batters this season, hasn't allowed a home run. Batters hitting 281 off of Buckaloo this season. Elsewhere in SWAC baseball today, Jackson State 8-0 lead on Mississippi Valley. That's in the bottom of the 6th. Try to get an update on Southern. The West race in the SWAC really tight coming into the final day. Prairie A&M 12-7 record. Grambling State 12-8. Southern at 12-9. Buffalo will come up. Dylan Hall, first to come up for Alabama A&M. Face Buffalo. Dylan Hall struck out in the second as Mendez struck out the side. Southern with a 6-4 lead on Texas Southern. At the bottom of the 3rd. So there's the update from Southern. So when they'll give Southern 13 wins. Blue against Hall. Hold on, missed 0-1. So Hall trying to bring Bridges in. This is the 0-1, 0-2 now. A little back-to-back strikes. Should have here on the 4th. Here's the 0-2. Outside 1-2. Jameson will lead off the 4th for Alabama State. They'll be followed by the Guzman and Garcia. Those 3 due up for the Hornets in the 4th. Hornets have scored in each inning. They've scored crooked numbers in each. Swung on and missed. So 3 consecutive strikeouts for Alabama State after the lead-off single by Bridges. And the Hornets will take a 17-2 lead into the bottom of the 4th. Good to have you with us on this Sunday, Mother's Day Sunday. Alabama State looking to head into the tournament with some momentum. 10 straight wins for the Hornets. Without question, they are going to be one of the favorites, especially the way they've been playing, the way they've been swinging the bat. Alabama State onto a great start. A new pitcher for Alabama A&M. We'll tell you about him in just a moment. Coming listening partner by visiting the website, www.obnradio.com. Click on the donation button and become a partner today with the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I've been able to see the number as of yet. It's like an 8. And then this 8 will be Jason Garcia to lead up to pitch now for Alabama A&M. 8th appearance for Garcia this season. He is 0-1 with a 5.09 ERA. That's the best ERA on the team. In 17 2/3 innings, he's allowed 18 runs, 10 of them earned on 22 hits with 18 walks and 14 strikeouts this season. Bottom of the fourth coming up. Alabama State leading by 15 as they start off this inning. Jameson lead off. So Mendez today was 3 2/3. Allows 2 runs on 5 hits. Strikes out 6. Bases 15. Throws 59 pitches. Jameson to center field. Bridges going back. It's going to go over his head. Jameson rounding first. He's headed towards second. He will stop there. And the leadoff double for Jameson. And the Hornets have 14 hits.
Now batting for Alabama State.
Into a pair of doubles today. And then Crystal Guzman to the plate. Restart there. He's been hit by a pitch. Comes up with a chance to add to the lead for Alabama State here at the bottom of the fourth. And bounces in to Root behind the plate. 1-0. Hot Sunday with a breeze. The heat is being felt from the Alabama State bats this afternoon. 14 hits, 17 runs. Doubled over behind the plate. What's wrong with his head, I think. Holding his head. And the Alabama A&M trainer will come out to tend to him. He had gotten up to throw the ball back to Garcia and then just kind of so he bent over at the waist and now he's behind the plate holding his head. Both temples. I hope he's okay. It's very warm here this afternoon. I'm not going to get someone else to catch for Root. If he's going to stay in the game. And Root's going to come out and get someone else to catch for him. Hope he's all right. So, a lot of pain. So we'll have a new catcher now for Alabama A&M. And a pinch runner for Jameson at second will be Kerrigan Edmondson.
What number is that? Yes.
If we're going to have the catchers on the roster, that might be Dylan Hall behind the plate. So Dylan Hall goes from first to behind the plate now. And Brock Mitchell, number 15, is at first base now from Alabama A&M. Mitchell, senior from Brownsboro, Alabama. So Mitchell at first. Hall will replace Root behind the plate. I'm going to guess that Mitchell will take Root's spot in the lineup. So, back to live action. Garcia pitching down to the Guzman. Count is 1-0. And that one missed the outside corner. 2-0. Kieran Edmondson, freshman from Trussville, is running at second for Jamison. 2-0 is in the dirt, 3-0. So Jameson led off with a double in this fourth inning. Edmondson running for him. Root replaced by Hall at behind the plate. And now at first, Brock Mitchell for Alabama A&M. 3-0 is low, ball 4, and the Guzman walks. Now Garcia, home run in the second, single in the third, 2 for 3 today. And the Hornets, looking 17-2, look to add to it. Pitch one is outside of Garcia, 1-0. So Edmondson at second, Guzman at first. A 17-2 lead for Alabama State. Season high in runs for Alabama State, matching the season high total from Friday night. It's not the most that Alabama A&M has allowed. They allowed 33 runs to Auburn. Second game of the season back on February 24th. Next day they allowed 22 runs to Auburn. So it was inside for a strike, 2-1. Garcia doesn't agree. But his opinion doesn't matter much there, the home plate umpire. So 1 bounces home, 3-1. Hunter May on deck. Three and 1 line foul. Third base side, 3-2. Alabama State will take 5 of 6 in the season series from A&M. That one bounces home. Ball 4. Bases are loaded. And now Hunter May. 2 walks and a strikeout. 0 for 1. We're going to have another change on the mound for A&M. We'll walk out. Catcher will come in as well. Garcia has the best individual ERA on the team, 5.09. We'll step in. So Edmondson at third, Guzman at second, Garcia at first after back-to-back walks by Garcia. A double by Jamison to lead off the fourth. And the Hornets going to add to a 15-run lead. Now Hunter May will try his luck against Garcia. Nobody out. Good for a strike. So he's gonna have to do some serious work to keep Alabama State off the scoreboard here in the fourth. And he hits me. I think did it hit me? Almost did if it didn't. It's 1-1. One is outside, 2-1. Chris Lewis on deck. Bases are loaded. There's nobody out for Alabama State here in the fourth. Already up 17-2 on Alabama A&M. Hunter May up the middle. There's a base hit. Edmondson scores. The Guzman around second. He will score. A 2-run single by May, and it's 19-2. So now Alabama State has its season high in runs in the game. Now Chris Lewis. Now runners on first and second with nobody out. And 2 runs in for Alabama State, second hit of the inning. And 15 hits overall. Another one in the dirt, 1-0. It's Lewis. Was Watt, he singled in the second. An RBI double in the third. Lewis to right field, base hit. Garcia will be waved around third. And throw will not come in. May will stop at second. RBI single for Lewis, 20-2. And got a pinch hitter for A.J. Gardner. Angel Jimenez. Angel Jimenez. This sophomore from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. He's up here in the fourth, and it's a waste time. Swings and misses, 0-1. May at second. Lewis at first. 3 runs in for Alabama State. They've scored at least 3 in each inning. They've been up to the plate. 20 runs on the board. That one is in the dirt, 1-1. A&M is one of those days you just try to find 3 outs somewhere and get out of here. And if you're Alabama State, anything serious to happen here, you're up by 18. Comes the 2-1. Up the middle, another base hit. That almost hit Garcia. May rounds third, and he will score. Add another run to the total, the 4th run of the inning, and the 21st overall. Most runs for Alabama State. That's April 13th of 2019. 1 runs on the board. He scored 21 against Alcorn State. Most in the game since 2009. 28 against Mississippi Valley State on April 24th of 2016. And we're going to have another pitcher for Alabama A&M. It's like 37. Javier Phoebus. So Garcia comes out.
Now pitching for Alabama A&M, 37. Javier Phoebus.
$21-2 is the score. Alabama State with the lead again. SWAC Sunday Baseball on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And I'm sure Alabama A&M fans would like to forget Alabama State. Assembly line of runs this afternoon. What a day it has been for Alabama State. Let's look at Phoebus' numbers. His fifth appearance of the season. He's 0-1, has a 67.5 ERA. He's allowed 13 runs, 9 hits, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts, an inning and a third. So he comes in. Therefore, Alabama A&M. So Garcia does not record an out. We're going with 2 innings. 9 runs, 6 of them earned on 8 hits. 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. Want to know about Espinal? So single where Jimenez was at first. There's Lewis at second. And that one is well inside. It goes behind the back of Espinal. I don't know how to describe that pitch. To say the least, it was wild. Jaden Sloan is on deck. Runners now on second and third. Still nobody out in this 4th inning. 2-0 at Espinal. Good for a strike. So he throws that one. 10 feet behind Espinal's back, and then goes right down the middle for a strike. Some things just can't be explained. One's fouled off, 2-2. Two and two at the count. Lewis taking his lead at third. Struck him out. First strikeout for Phoebus. This one all strikes out looking. And now Sloan, 8th batter of the inning for Alabama State.
Now batting for Alabama State, 9, Jason Sloan.
Luis Rodriguez, pinch hitter for One out here. Runners on second and third. Sloan at the plate. He's already got 5 RBIs today. 3-run home run in the first. RBI single in the second. RBI double in the third. Triple away from the cycle. And steps in here with 1 out and 2 on. $17 hits for the Hornets. 1-0 to Sloan. 2-0 now to Sloan. Great SID here at Alabama State. Travis Jerome was running out of paper for notes here. That one up the middle, and nice stop there by Barkemeyer. The throw will not be in time. That's a nice play, though. An RBI there for Sloan. It's RBI number 6. He's 4 for 4 today. Luis Rodriguez step in and step up. He's a freshman from Puerto Rico. This is not recorded a hit yet. This is his 9th at bat this season. 1-0 to Rodriguez. He has struck out 7 times. Score now 22-2. 5 runs in this inning for Alabama State. And then that for a strike, 1-1. Jackson State now leads Mississippi Valley 9-1 in the bottom of the 7th. Not a lot of drama this afternoon from the Watkins Complex.
One away from single inning.
So going on strike now to Rodriguez. Edmondson, who ran for Jamison in this inning, will now bat for him. Can't keep track of the innings. They've been batting around so many times today. That one gets away. And coming home to score is Jimenez. Sloan goes to second. Yeah, it's 23-2. So Alabama State has a trail of touchdowns and a safety. 1, 2 touchdowns and 3 field goals, whichever one. By the way, 23 runs are unanswered. Count is 3-1. I know it's second. 3-2 now. That's the count. A 21-run lead. I have to say, this might be the most lopsided baseball game I've ever seen, let alone covered. This is 3-2. Another base hit. First hit of the season for Rodriguez, and his first RBI. How about that? Sloan scores from second, and it's now 24-2. Alabama State bats around once again. Now Kerrigan Edmondson, coach hitting for Jameson, will step in. Edmondson, freshman from Trussville, Alabama. Edmondson hit 278 with 3 RBIs on the season. Rodriguez at first. Still only one out. Good for a strike. Guzman on deck for Alabama State. That one bounces away. All can't catch up to it, and Rodriguez is in the second. And it's in the 10th batter to the plate for Alabama State. Here's the 1-1. Bounces home. 2-1. Each batter for Alabama State has an RBI except for Jamison and the man at the plate right now, Edmondson.
Playing for 56 minutes. Oh, hour and 56.
7 runs in this inning for Alabama State. Here's the 2-1. Bounces away, and Rodriguez will stroll into third. On the wild pitch for Phoebus.
Look that up in 30 seconds. So we're at
17 runs on Friday, 9 runs yesterday, now 24. That's 50, I believe. Yeah, my math is wrong. That's a lot of runs. And it's ball 4. Hitter 11 coming to the plate. Now it's the Guzman. Out. The Guzman, 0 for 2. Scored 3 times. Like 0 for 2 and you score 3 times, it's been a good day for you. And that one over towards short, and that one, we give the Guzman a hit, so his streak keeps going. Somehow, some way. That's hit number 20 for Alabama State, and another run scores. As Rodriguez scores. That's the 8th run. I gotta tell you, this has been a... Alabama State scores 8 runs in the first, now 8 runs here in the 4th.
2 hits away from the school record. 22.
Garcia. 1 run in the 2nd. Single in the 3rd. Walked in the 4th his last time up. And I'm still in the 4th. This is the 12th batter to the plate for Alabama State. That one gets away again. Edmondson will move up to 2nd. I'm sorry, the 3rd. And Guzman the 2nd. Count is 2-0.
Can't shut it over that.
Abner Benitez is on deck for.
I'm not going to be when we go back out on defense. Yeah, I'm just going to be when we go back out on defense.
This is the bottom of the 4th. 25-2, Alabama State on top of Alabama A&M. That's a strike. It's 2-1 now to Garcia. SWAC Sunday Baseball and Open Mic Broadcast Network. It's been all Alabama State from the first pitch. I take that back. Alabama A&M did score the first 2 runs of the game. And bounces home is 3-1. Just hit the 2-hour mark of this game. I don't know, the Alabama State fans are ready to celebrate, ready to go home. That one gets away. Garcia will walk. Another run will score as Edmondson comes in, and Alabama State adds to the total with its 9th run of the inning, 26-2. Let's just keep this thing going. So Garcia walks. Runners at first and third now, with still just 1 out here in the 4th inning. So we might be here a little while longer the way this is going. ASU 2 hits away from school record for hits in a game. Now Benitez, and that one almost hit. Benitez able to avoid it. He's hitting .263 with 1 home run and 12 RBIs this year. Comes up with runners at the corners with 1 out. We'll do up in the 5th if we ever get there for Alabama A&M. That's from Ford, Alton Moore, and Trevor Berkemeyer. We will get there at some point. Benitez takes upstairs for ball 2. Sewell is downstairs, 3-0. And ball 4, another walk. Bases are loaded. 1 out. And pinch hitter for Chris Lewis. That's going to be Dale Francis.
Now pitching for Alabama State, number 18, Dale Francis.
This is going to be a great inning interval. I'm trying to figure out where all these guys are going to end up here. On the defensive side for Alabama State, we'll go to the 5th. So bases are loaded. 1 out. 26-2, I should say. 9 runs for Alabama State in this 4th inning. On 7 hits. Francis tried to make it 30-2. Just missed that one. 0-1 Francis. Freshman on Fort Pierce, Florida. There's the 0-1. One good for a strike. 0-2. Days outing will not help the earned run average for Phoebus. It wasn't high enough before he got started. There's the 0-2. That one bounces away. And coming home to score is the Guzman. A wild pitch. Makes it 27-2. 10 runs for Alabama State in the inning. There was a softball game here in Montgomery between Lanier and Park Crossing the other day. Final score was 46-45. I believe Port Carson won that game. Deal two. Francis hits this one sky high on the left side. And it's caught. That's the second out. Birkenmeyer makes the catch. Jimenez back for his second at bat of the inning. RBI single and score. The 15th batter to come to the plate for Alabama State in the fourth inning. Another wild pitch, and another run will score. Here comes Garcia.
That's modern day record for runs in a game.
28 runs now. That's high Alabama State's modern day record for runs. Benitez goes to third. Well, the good news for A&M is they're running out of base runners. Just one now on base, 2 outs in the fourth. Another one bounces in. This time, Hall was able to keep it behind the plate.
To the backstop.
2-0, this is the count now to Jimenez. Swung on miss, it's 2-1. Well, while we're waiting around, I'm going to thank our sponsors, Diva Skin Conditioner, 903-270-0026. Also, Temple of Refuge Ministries. Could be a good place for Alabama A&M to head right now. Listen, I'm at 10 a.m. every Sunday morning on the Open Mic Broadcast Network by dialing 857-777-0000. We can all use some divine intervention every now and then for Alabama A&M. This is one that you take the tape and you just pretend like this game never happened. Unfortunately, in the record books, it will go down. It's currently a 28-2 loss for Alabama A&M. Yes, Alabama A&M did have a 2-0 lead in this game after one half an inning. Bring to the count to Jimenez with Benitez on third. He's heading in the right center field. And this one will be not caught by Frail. That one goes to Travis Jerome. That does not go to me. That one over the third goes to Jimenez. Another scores. That's 12 in the inning. 29-2. And now Alabama State has broken its modern day run record. Well,
now pitching for Alabama State, 36, Trevor Jurjevich.
Well, Trevor Jurjevich will come in now. He's pinch-hitting for Espinal. That's going to be another error. So, an error by the right fielder. And then that goes all the way to third on that play. Oh, that went over the head of Jurjevich.
29.
We're still in the bottom of the fourth, and there's 2 outs. Bounces in, 2-0. Thought we were out of that inning there a few minutes ago. Here's the 2-0. Another wild pitch, and another runner is going to score. And then it scores for the second time this inning. 13 runs now. Now, finally, Alabama State has run out of base runners. That's just Djurdjevic at the plate, but the count is 3-0. 30-2. I'm not kidding. If you just joined us on Open Mic Broadcast Network, I'm not kidding. It's 30-2. This is not a football score. This is an actual baseball game. Alabama State has scored 13 runs in this fourth inning. And one bounces home and a walk. And what do you do if you're the head coach of Alabama A&M? What do you say to your team after this game as you're getting ready for the SWAC baseball tournament? I mean, on one hand, you're just kind of laughing at everything that's going on, but at the same time, it's just some of it is Alabama State has done very well hitting at the plate. Some of it just critical to state spine. A&M has had another drop ball out in right field. It's been a Keystone Cop type day for Alabama A&M. Now another wild pitch. It goes through the legs of Hall, and Djurdjevic is in the second. Sloan at the plate. This is hitter number 17 in the inning for Alabama State. Sloan is 4 for 4, a pair of RBI singles, an RBI double, and a 3-run home run. 30 runs on 20 hits. 4 errors by Alabama A&M, and another wild pitch. Djurdjevic hasn't had to do much to get around to third base. And it's 2-0 from Thebes. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, just wonder when we're going to get here, when we're going to get out of this inning. There's a strike, 2-1. $11 wild pitches by Phoebus in this inning. He's only been in. He just came in this inning. He did record an out. He has recorded an out, I believe. Well, no, he recorded both. He did have a strikeout, and then a 5 out to short. Count is 3-1 out of Sloan. Alabama State over 3 games has scored 56 runs. Swung on and missed, 3-2. Djurdjevic at third, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Sloan to right, that's foul. Still 3-2. So let's run this down. Alabama A&M had 2 runs in the first. Alabama State came back with 8 in the first, 5 in the second, 4 in the third, now 13 in the fourth. And Sloan is the 17th batter for Alabama State in this inning. Bounces away. That's ball 4. Djurdjevic will stroll home. And it's now 31-2. Another walk. Home plate umpire is talking with the Alabama A&M bench. I don't know what he's gonna. Catcher's gonna have to take a break here. They're gonna talk to the mound. And finally, we're gonna have a new pitcher for Alabama A&M. So he'll come in. And Cole Stewart, looks like number 1, is the new pitcher. And he will face the 18th batter for Alabama State. Cole Stewart, freshman from Pensacola, Florida. This season, the 6th appearance. Does not have a decision this season. Has a 15.26 ERA. Has allowed 18 runs on 13 hits, with 11 walks and 6 strikeouts and 7 2/3. Batters hitting .351 off of him. Jackson State completed its win over Mississippi Valley. They sweep the Delta Devils. 12-1 is the final. Jackson State 24-0. Congratulations to Jackson State. They finished the season undefeated in conference play, and they will head out to the SWAC tournament in Madison. New right field, huh? No player out in right field as well. So a double switch here for Alabama A&M.
That's not 21.
I think that's 20. Carlos Moss.
Yeah, because that started with 21.
This is a freshman from Puerto Rico, so he goes out to right, facing Malik Frails. Meanwhile, Stewart is the 5th pitcher today for Alabama A&M. They let Phoebus on for quite a while. Garcia started the inning, did not record out. They gave up 6 runs, 4 hits. Phoebus did record a pair of outs. Five walks. Face 11 batters. Stewart will come in now. Rodriguez got his first hit of the season his last time up. And it starts with a ball. So 31-2 is our score. Still in the bottom of the 4th. Upstairs 2-0.
You see which one's on? Yeah. Thank you.
So it counts 3-0. Two outs here, runner on first. There's a strike from Stewart. James Sloan at first after he walks. So in this inning, there's been a lot of walks in this inning. Bounces home, and there's another walk. So Alabama State bats around for the 2nd time in this inning. Batter number 19 comes to the plate. Edmondson. Well, actually pinch hit for Jamison, who started the inning with a double. Edmondson walked his first time up. That's the 8th walk of the inning for Alabama A&M pitchers. 2 for Garcia, 5 for Phoebus, and 1 for Stewart. 1-0 now to Edmondson. 12 wild pitches and 7 hits. It's been a long inning for everybody. I think even the Alabama State hitters are tired. Inside 3-0. They just wonder if maybe these Alabama A&M pitchers can find the strike zone in a rough inning for the Bulldogs. Inside, and I'm probably going to give him a strike. I feel like the same location the previous pitch was. 3-1, 31-2, Alabama State on top of Alabama A&M. And another walk. Add that to the total.
Another pinch hitter.
And another pinch hitter. It's going to be hard to keep track of all of these hitters by the time we're done here.
The only starter left in.
Sebastian Colon is the pinch hitter for
Alabama State. Pitching number 4, Sebastian Colon.
well, it's freshman from Puerto Rico.
Oh, he's pinch hitting. Yeah, I didn't think about that. So the only starter left in is Santi.
Santiago, outside Colon, has walked this year. Runners on first and second. Sorry, bases are loaded. Left side. So the third is in time. And that will finally end the inning as 20 batters come to the plate. Alabama State scores 14 runs in the 4th off 7 hits.
For Alabama State.
31-2 as we go to the top of the 5th.
And 3 left on. Your score: Alabama A&M 2, Alabama State 31.
It'll be a judge's choice for Colon. That'll end the inning. It'll be interesting to see how all these will shape up. Well, you can listen to the live broadcast on Open Mic Broadcast Network by dialing 857-777-0000, 857-777-0004, or 857-777-4411, which is the line you're listening to right now. Leave updates on your favorite teams, coaches, and players on the 24-hour dial-in message line, area code 713-570-6736. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, Open Mic Broadcast Network. We'll have replays of SWAC Sunday baseball games, replays of every broadcast of Open Mic Broadcast Network, as well as recaps of the Mike Prince Show and the Carlos Brown Show, and also the She Say Sports Report every week on Open Mic Broadcast Network. Thank you for joining us once again this afternoon. SWAC Sunday baseball. Alabama State 31, Alabama A&M 2. We go to the top of the 5th. A lot of changes, to say the least, in the lineup when it comes to play-by-play here. And we'll get this 5th inning started. Probably just better to set things up. So Garcia's still behind the plate. Dale Francis goes to first. Sloan is still at second. Djurjevic is at short, and Colon is at third. Left fielder is Jimenez. Center fielder is Rodriguez. And Edmondson is out and right. So,
Really? Make that out there next semester?
leading off the 5th for Alabama A&M, he's from 4. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That's his line this afternoon. Again, it's 2-0 from Buckalow, who's back out there. That one good for a strike. It's great to have you with us. You're still hanging with us here. There's a strike, 2 and 2s for swings and misses. Completely different look in the Alabama State defensive lineup after a very long inning. And there's a strikeout of Ford. Second time he has struck out. That's the second strikeout for Buckalow. He's got back-to-back strikeouts for his first 2 outs. Now Moore to the plate. He struck out in the second. He's 0 for 1. And he had a right field. Went back, and that will drop in fair territory. So Moore with the hit. Now shot for second, and that throw is offline. So Moore, RBI double, the 6th hit for Alabama A&M. One out double for Moore. And a chance for A&M to finally put a run on the board. Berkemeyer at the top of the order will step in. Berkemeyer 1 for 2. Out to first baseman his last time up. Went outside for ball 1. Swung on miss, 1-1. One and 2 as Berkemeyer takes a strike. Try to give you an update on that Texas Southern game. Important game in the West Division. Bounces home, 2 and 2. 20 batters came up for Alabama State in the 4th. 14-run score. 7 hits and an error. 2-2. Berkemeyer to left field. On the run is Jimenez, and he will get there with the second out. Now Jalen Ford, he's 0 for 2 with a strikeout today. Against Buffalo here with 2 outs, top of the 5th. Look for a strike. We're at second. And that one over towards second. Picked up by Sloan. So the first is in time. And that will end the top of the 5th. Nothing doing after that 1-out double for Alabama A&M. That was their 6th hit of the day. Third runner left on base this afternoon for A&M. Alabama State left 5 on base. We go to the 5th. I might have a room here on my score sheet here. for Alabama State. We'll have Benitez lead off for Alabama State in the 5th inning. If you'd like to be part of our broadcast team, no experience is needed. Leave your information at 713-570-6736. One of our representatives will contact you. Become a listening partner by visiting our website, www.obnradio.com. Click on the donation button and become a partner today. Open Mic Broadcast Network, serving the community through faith and athletics since 2002. The voice of student athletics, based out of Prairie View, Texas. Stewart comes back out now. Garcia, the lone starter, still in the game. We'll lead off the 5th for Alabama State. A 31-2 lead on Alabama A&M as you're listening to SWAC Sunday Baseball on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Mother's Day, Sunday. Just past the 2.5-hour mark on this one. Let's see if fouls it off. So Garcia, Benitez, and Francis do up. Garcia to left, and they'll drop for a hit. Garcia in the second with a double. 21 hits now for Alabama State. One shy of the school record. So, Alabama State has a new third base coach, Trent Jameson, coaching third base. Now Benitez to the plate. And Benitez walked his first time up. So, leadoff double for Garcia, still in there. No strikes to Benitez. Bounces home, 2-0. Alabama State, one shy of the all-time school record. That one down the right field line. They're about to tie it. Benitez down in third, and Jameson will wave him around, and scoring easily is Garcia. Alabama State has tied the all-time school record, scoring 32 against Fisk. And had a chance to break that record. Benitez ends up at second base. An RBI double for Benitez. The 22nd hit for Alabama State. That is now a new record. Well, you never know what's gonna happen when you come to a ballpark. It's a history-making day for Alabama State baseball. On Mother's Day, no less. Popped up in the center, and that one is caught by Bridges. Still, the players for Alabama A&M still battling out there. So timely. So 32 runs is the all-time school record. That is tying the all-time school record. 22 hits. The modern-day hits record for Alabama State.
Now that is Alabama State is 21,
Angel Jimenez. One to Jimenez. He took a strike from Stewart. Djurjevic on deck. There's the 0-1. Right side, that's going to be out of play. It's like Hall is back at first, and Mitchell has gone behind the plate now for A&M. After a very long fourth. Oh, gets a break there. 1-2 now. Over the head of Jimenez. 2-2. So, Mother's Day 2021, a good one for Alabama State baseball. Three-two. Towards the left side. Nice play by Berkemeyer. The throw to first, offline, but Jimenez will be tagged by Hall. There's the second out.
Now batting for Alabama State, 36, Trevor Drizzage.
Drizzage to the plate. Walked his first time up. It was in the long fourth inning. And Alabama State, 20 batters came to the plate. Drizzage over towards short again. Berkemeyer, quick throw to first in time. Nicely done. Back-to-back plays for Berkemeyer. So Alabama State only with one in that inning. And Deuce trying to run out at second base. But they add to the total, 32-2. As we go to the sixth inning. 2 more hits for ASU in that inning. And the Hornets have left 6 runners on base. Change pitcher.
Jordan's pitching.
Jordan Gould will pitch now for Alabama State.
That's the only change, is Jordan.
Third pitcher for Alabama State. Jordan Gould is the new pitcher for Alabama State as we get to the top of the sixth. We're listening to Swag Sunday Baseball and Open Mic Broadcast. That was Kamari Darrington here at William Washington Baseball Complex here in Montgomery, Alabama. John Michael Bastardo will lead off the sixth for Alabama A&M. They trailed by 30 runs. Jordan Gould this season making his 13th appearance. He's 4-1 with a 4.58 ERA. 35 in the third innings. He's allowed 20 runs. 18 of them earned on 41 hits. With 21 walks and 39 strikeouts. Jordan Gould in to pitch now for Alabama State. So Buffalo comes in, does a good job. Putting more zeros on the board. Buffalo last an inning in the third. Allows just one hit on the afternoon. They'll strike out a pair. As well, Bastardo, Bridges, and Mitchell are due up for the Bulldogs here in the sixth inning. Bastardo, 1 for 1, walked in the third and was picked off. Singled back in the first. Almost Sunday of the season. Mother's Day Sunday, Alabama State history-making day. They tied their all-time school record for runs. They tied the modern-day record for hits in a game. And after pitchers have done a decent job on the mound, Upstairs. Startle 2-0. Wolves' last outing was against North Alabama. They allowed 4 runs on 5 hits. Struck out 3 against the Lions in that 7-6 win for Alabama State. Part of this 10-game win streak was started back on April 13th with a extra inning win over Florida A&M. Sweep of Grambling, a sweep of Alcorn State, a win over North Alabama. It looks like it's going to be another sweep, this time at the hands of Alabama A&M. Fouled off is 3-2. Alabama State has scored in every inning, just 1 run in the 5th. And there's a walk, so Jordan Gould starts off his outing this afternoon. Walk up the start, though. He'll be at first. Lead off 6th. Now Bridges. Really? That's Bulldog batter today. He's got 2 singles in his 2 at-bats. Also stolen a base today. One outside from Gould. 1-0. That one to center, and a little trouble there for Rodriguez in center field. That drops in from a hit. Bridges is 3 for 3. Starter goes to second. And now Brock Mitchell will have his first at bat of the game. Mitchell, senior from Brownsboro, Alabama. Season hitting .273 with 5 RBIs. Comes up with 2 on. Nobody out here in the 6th. Alabama A&M tries to get on the board. And Brock Mitchell takes a strike. Carlos Moss on deck for Alabama A&M. Let's see. Comes in for Frails out in right field. On the strike to Mitchell. One. Right down the middle for strike 2. 1-2 now. So the left-hander. Starter at second. This is at first. Mitchell looking for a single, and he has got it. It was all over Judge's head. And being waved around third. Throw is not in time. So slides in safely. So an RBI single for Brock Mitchell. And A&M finally gets on the board. So it ends a 32-0 run for Alabama State. It's now 32-3 with nobody out here in the 6th. Now Moss, his first at bat. Currently playing out in right field. Takes ball 1. No lift for a strike. Moss hitting 194. Does have a home run with 4 RBIs. 2 on, 1 out. Bridges at second, Mitchell at first. Swung on and missed. It's 1-2. Alabama A&M has used 5 pitchers. Alabama State now on its 3rd pitcher. this afternoon. 2-1. That one comes in upstairs. Dylan Hall on deck for Alabama A&M. Swung on to miss. Count was 2-2. That's a strikeout. Now Dylan Hall, who struck out twice, will step in. Struck out in the second and in the fourth. 2 on, 1 out here in the sixth. The run is in for A&M. Upstairs. Over the head of Hall. Hall had to replace Dylan Root behind the plate and then went back to first after suffering a long inning in the fourth. Swung on miss. Alabama State 20 batters to the plate in that inning, scoring 14 runs. There were 12 wild pitches, 8 walks, 7 hits. And one top side in front of the plate. They'll throw it to second. That's wide of the target. Bridges will score easily. Mitchell will stay at second. Fielder's choice in the error by the catcher, allowing Bridges to score. So now it's 32-4. Pinch hitter for Iceland forward. Here's Peyton Baker, junior from Ackworth, Georgia. He fouls this one off. 0-1. Baker's getting his first at bat. 0-2 now to Baker. Baker, a pitcher as well. It's 2-4 with a 7.87 ERA. The 0-2 to Baker. And one outside, 1-2. Here the layoff of it. So 2 runs in for A&M in the 6th inning. Now trailing 32-4. And Baker strikes out looking. That's the second strikeout for Gold. Now Alden Moore, 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout. With the chance for an RBI here with 2 outs. Upstairs from Gold. 1-0 now to Moore. Still up in the 6th for Alabama State. Sloan, Rodriguez, and Edmondson. That hits the corner for a strike, 1-1. That one to right field. There's a base hit. Mitchell is waved around. He's coming home. The throw will go towards second. An RBI single for Moore. He's got back-to-back hits. And A&M's within 32-5. Now back to the top of the order with Berkemeyer. 1 for 3. Ball 1 to Berkemeyer. Berkemeyer, first pitch he saw this afternoon, hit the left center field for a base hit. I'd love to set the tone for A&M. Jabrowski Williams hit the first pitch to left center field for a base hit, and that really set the tone for Alabama State. That is at first and third with 2 out. Bounced in. Kansas 2-1. Hall at third, Moore at first. Over towards third, and a nice play by Cologne. The first is in time, and that will end the 6th inning. Alabama A&M scores 3 in the 6th. Bottom of the 6th coming up. 32-5 is our score. Again, I want to thank our sponsors, Diva Skin Condition, 903-270-0026. Temple Refuge Ministry, located in Prairie View, Texas, on Highway 290. You listen live at 10 a.m. on Sunday mornings at 857-777-0000. Mike Prince Show comes on every Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Central Time. Saturdays, listen live to the Carlos Brown Show at 10 a.m. And coming up here in a couple of hours, Mike Prince Show, 6 p.m. Central Time, we'll have live OBNradio.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Open Mic Broadcast Network. You can listen to the rebroadcast of this game, and also go back through the archive to listen to other Open Mic Broadcast Network broadcasts, and also listen to archives from the Mike Prince Show and the Carlos Brown Show. So YouTube channel, Open Mic Broadcast Network. Bottom of the 6th, Cole Stewart back out there for Alabama A&M, the 5th pitcher for the Bulldogs. He's thrown 27 pitches so far coming into this inning. We got a pinch hitter for Sloan. That's going to be Kenny Allred. Allred's a junior from Pamplin, Nebraska. It's good for a strike. So Allred pinch hits here in the 6th. Oh, 2. Oh, bounces in. 1-2. Allred this season. 0 for 12. Struck out 7 times. So he's looking for his first hit of the season. Outside, 2-2. And that one hits Allred and goes over to first, and Allred reaches base. I that might have hit his bat. And anyway, Allred's on base for the first time this season.
Down to it.
That's 23 hits, and that is now the new modern-day hits record for Alabama State baseball. Rodriguez now to the plate. Came up twice in the 4th inning. He singled the first time and walked the second time.
Yeah, I know, right?
Rodriguez towards short. Berkemeyer flips to second for 1 out. Throw to first is in time. Double play for Alabama A&M. Six, 4-3 double play. One of the few things that have gone right for Alabama A&M in this game. Edmondson in the bat. Edmondson has walked twice in this game. Good for a strike. Damon Ford, Stardo, and Bridges are due up in the 7th for Alabama A&M. On the outside, 2-1. 32-5, Alabama State on top of Alabama A&M. And that's high chopper towards second. Nice play by Ford. The first is in time, and that will end the inning. And the first time that Alabama State is left scoreless in an inning. So nothing doing in the 6th. We go to the 7th. And then trails by 27 as we go to the top of the 7th. 5 runs on 9 hits, 4 errors for Alabama A&M. 32 runs on 23 hits with an error for Alabama State. We'll have see that on the changes here. So new pitcher. Mendez will now play at second.
Now pitching for Alabama State, 33, Peyton Harris.
Peyton Harris will pitch for Alabama State. Try to close this one down.
Please just take 1 second. That's what I was saying. Jared, and I can go playing.
So Gold's afternoon is over. Harris comes in. See about his numbers here. Harris's 19th appearance. He's 2-1 with a 1.18 ERA. 38 innings. He's allowed 11 runs, 5 earned on 15 hits, 16 walks, and 55 strikeouts. Batter's hitting just 124 off of him, and he leads SWAC in both categories, earned run average and opponent's batting average. So Allred is at left field. Jimenez goes from left to second, replacing Sloan. Have you with us here as we head to the 7th inning. Last opportunity here for Alabama A&M. And it will be led off by Ford. Starter will follow him. And then it'll be Bridges, who has 3 hits today. Both strikes out a pair. Last 3 runs on 3 hits in his inning of work this afternoon. Harris, the 4th pitcher for Alabama State. On the 1 here to Ford. Harris will. I want right to Francis at first, and there's the out. Out number 1. The starter, he's walked twice and a single. Alabama State on the way to close out the season. They do have 2 games left. At Troy on Tuesday, at Jacksonville State on Wednesday, and they'll head to Madison, Alabama a week from Wednesday for the SWAC tournament. Swung on this. Handles 1-1. Final home game though for the Hornets. That was Mother's Day Sunday. Historic day for the Hornets. In the air to left field and deep back to the wall, and that one's gone. Stardo, second home run of the season. He ties Bridges for the team lead, and it's now 32-6. Some nervous energy here in Wheeler Watkins Complex as A&M has now scored 4 unanswered runs. Now Bridges has 3 singles in the game. And then A&M now with 10 hits. Still a long way to go. We want to get to 32. I won the Bridges. I won the right field. And Edmondson trying to come in, slides in, and makes the catch. Nicely done. And there are now 2 out. Now Mitchell, RBI single in the 6th, comes up. Last chance for Alabama A&M. Mitchell to left field. All red is there. And that ends this one mercifully. Finally ends this one after 3 hours and 3 minutes of action. Alabama State beats Alabama A&M 32-6. Alabama State 32 runs on 23 hits, both records with 1 error. Alabama A&M 6 runs on 10 hits with 4 errors. Alabama State does complete the sweep. 11 straight wins for the Hornets. They play at Troy on Tuesday. Alabama A&M's regular season ends at 9-18. 6 straight losses to end the season for the Bulldogs. Thank you for joining us here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I'm Corey Darrington saying goodbye from the Wheeler Watkins Baseball Complex. You've been listening to SWAC Sunday Baseball on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Enjoy the rest of your Mother's Day and be safe.